This episode of the Dungeoncast has been brought to you by The Lucky Die. The Lucky Die is a weekly actual play podcast with original scoring, voice actors, and a backlog of over 100 episodes. The Lucky Die tells the story of Bicron, a fantasy world that is going through an apocalypse. Our 4 accidental heroes, 3 at the end of a hangman's noose and the other drowning in self-pity and addiction, now fight to resurrect a long-dead legendary hero. Once considered murderers and thieves, they now hold the fate of the world in their hands.
You see, looking up from the ground, blood-red clouds boiling across the sky.
You did ask me to bring the thunder.
Dejin! Help! I've got the chalice, please!
Well, if they're following you, then I guess that takes care of a loose end for me.
All of you feel the earth beneath you shake and crack and break.
I feel that I have failed both of you, and I am sorry for that.
This has nothing to do with you being a bad leader.
Do you want a countdown? Oh, I think I want a countdown.
I wanted
3,
to help. I always had good
2,
intention. I
1.
did not deserve to die.
Now.
The Lucky Die podcast is a weekly 5e Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Join our adventure every Monday wherever you download podcasts by searching for The Lucky Die. Hey everybody, welcome to Dungeoncast. I'm Brian.
And I'm Will.
This is the podcast where we talk about everything Dungeons & Dragons, from grappling grells to gangly grunts. And today we're talking about Gricks.
Hey, Brian.
Hey Will.
How you doing today?
I'm super stoked to learn about monsters.
Now, you've had a run-in with Gricks. As a matter of fact, you had a run-in with Gricks in like your second time ever playing D&D.
Yeah, was it the second time ever playing? Was it the third time?
It was
right
somewhere,
there.
It was right there at the beginning.
There.
Yeah. What do you know about Gricks?
They killed my friend.
They did. They killed
my friend, and they ate him
killed
right in
special
front
guest
of me.
Jake's first character. Like the second time he ever used him. I felt so bad.
I'm pretty sure that was game 3. It had to be.
Sure, game 3. Whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
But still.
Like, yeah.
He had some moments.
He did.
He was that flightless Aarakocra.
Yeah, he did.
He's dead.
I'll never forget when his Aarakocra was like bathing in the river and making like crazy bird noises and
he impressed all these dwarves with his singing.
with his bird song.
Yeah, that was like his one golden moment.
Yeah,
in
it
the
was.
sun
And then he
before
died.
got
And then he died.
Yeeted.
He did. So Gricks are a bizarre D&D monster that look like they should be eldritch monstrosities, but instead are categorized as regular monstrosities. They live, as many of these horrifying things do, in the Underdark. This worm-like monster lurking in deep caves and dark dungeons has only 2 driving instincts: eating and breeding. They wait unseen, blending in with the rocks of the caves and caverns they haunt. Only when prey comes near do they rear up and strike. They are a simple creature, and as horrendous as they are really just a form of Underdark fauna rather than some insidious monster. I liken them more akin to a panther or bear when it comes to their role and their given ecosystem.
Okay, like the carrion crawler and like
Yeah, a
monsters
little
like
bit,
that.
except for a little less gross, but also equally terrifying.
A little less gross, like the purple worm. Less gross, but like more
but also
dangerous.
less colossal than the purple worm.
Absolutely.
My God. Let's get into it.
Okay.
So a Grick looks like a bizarre amalgamation of a slugworm or leech with physical features of a squid and a bird of prey. The long, wormy main body of an adult Grick is 6 feet to 8 feet long. Its skin is rubbery and uniformly dark with pale underbellies. Their coloration varies from dark greens to blues and camouflages well in the rocky terrain and shadows of their home environment. Its quote-unquote head is less of a head and more of a where this thing's body ends, another thing begins kind of deal.
Okay.
It has a pair of tiny eyes and a large snapping beak surrounded by 4 large suckered and barbed tentacles. These tentacles tend to conceal the beak unless the Grick is attacking or eating. Your average Grick weighs in at 200 pounds.
This thing, I'm looking at a picture of it, and it looks like it should have a proboscis. But
instead it has a fucking eagle beak.
It's got a bird face.
It's not a face, just the beak.
It's not even a face. Yeah. It's like it's kind of proboscis-esque. Like, because it protrudes out of the like literally where the body ends. Like there's
it has a beak in the way a squid or octopus has a beak under the tentacles.
It's more like that. Yeah.
But this beak is way more like that of like a fucking hawk. or I don't know,
A parrot.
a parrot.
Yeah,
almost.
it's got real nice curve to it.
It's
Some
almost
Toucan Sam shit going on.
A toucan beak under there.
Toucan Sam
Oh,
with
God.
the grapple bite slam, baby. It's gonna fuck you up.
Indeed.
Shit will eat your friends.
So Gricks are passive predators that don't hunt so much as they simply lie in wait, kind of like the carrion crawler. Gricks
The
are
Remoraz.
Or the Remoraz, yeah. Gricks are stealthy underground predators that infest dungeons, caves, and other shadow places under the earth, waiting patiently for prey to come within reach. They are adept at climbing and can slither up walls with little difficulty. They drag their rubbery bodies to places where creatures regularly pass, lurking out of sight amid rocky rubble and debris, squeezing into burrows, holes, or crevices, climbing up onto ledges, or coiling around stalactites to drop onto unwary prey. That's horrifying. One of those things just drops
These are
on
the
you.
worst snakes.
The worst snakes. Gricks will remain in an area until the food supply dwindles. This most often occurs due to sentient creatures becoming aware of their presence and invariably either plotting alternate routes around their lairs or hiring monster hunters to take care of the issue.
How come nobody comes through the cave anymore, Billy? It's the way you drop on them.
I know. You have to drop more with more subtlety.
More subtlety, more speed.
Indeed.
Fucking slouch.
They're they're not smart enough to speak, but if they were, they would sound like that.
That's what the body language translates into.
Indeed, that's how they wiggle about. When prey is scarce in the Underdark, Gricks may resort to venturing above ground to hunt in the wilderness, lurking in trees and on cliffside ledges. These creatures are not comfortable under the open sky, however, and return to the subterranean world as quickly as possible. So they're not about that open air.
Yeah.
It's too cold.
Fuck. Go back down.
Yeah, indeed. Gricks consume virtually anything that moves except for other Gricks. They are quite direct and tend to target whatever prey is nearest, grabbing a fallen creature with their tentacles and dragging it off to eat it alone. Gricks lair in any sheltered space that can accommodate their bodies, including holes, burrows, ledges, and crevices. They do not collect treasure, but their lairs are likely to contain the uneaten objects as they cast off possessions of intelligent prey. So they can be places to raid. Expert guides and trackers know to look out for these telltale signs indicating a Grick nest is near.
That is cool that you can at least like do something about it. Like other than just like forcing yourself and your party to get ambushed like every time they're around, you can actually like figure it out.
Yes, indeed. Underdark explorers sometimes steal off the routes leading to and from a Grick lair to starve them, then claim the wealth of the foul creature's victims. So
Nice.
yeah, again, they're not very intelligent and they're not so strong as to just be able to like bust out of you stealing off their lair. Pack hunting Gricks can be particularly vicious. They instinctively gang up on prey, mobbing a single target and tearing it to pieces before turning their attention to the other creatures nearby.
Okay, so there's separate, like they can be found solo or in a pack.
The next sentence elaborates.
Okay.
Gricks hunt solo, but are more often found in packs of 3 to 6.
There it is. Nice. Okay.
A Grick pack is often led by a single well-fed, oversized alpha around which the others congregate. A mated pair of Gricks lay a clutch of oblong blue-green eggs about the size of a human fist. Young Gricks are known as Grick wormlings. Grick wormlings are, believe it or not, edible and are known to be served in the Dale End stuffed with rice pilaf and diced celery.
So the big one's not? Just the
I mean,
little one is?
I guess we're going with the little ones are tender kind of deal, which is fucked up, but whatever.
Like veal.
Like veal. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. The big ones get too tough.
I guess so.
They eat too many people's butts, and then they smell like butts, and you can't eat that.
Yeah, absolutely. Cured and spiced Grick tentacles are also a common food item. This leads me to believe that Gricks could theoretically be domesticated and bred for food. I will now be including at least one Grick farm in my next Underdark adventure.
Damn, what's the snail with the 5 faces? 5 eyes?
The flail snail?
The flail snail.
Yeah.
I can't believe it was that simple.
Yeah, it was.
Flail snail farm.
Uh-huh.
Grick farm.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other good farms for D&D monsters?
Like Underdark farms or just monsters in general?
Let's start.
Owl barrows, I think, is a thing. They can be farmed, yeah.
Yeah.
Griffins can be kind of domesticated. I don't know if that counts as a farm. Is it a farm if you only have horses? It's a ranch. Griffin Ranch.
Griffin Ranch.
Is that what a ranch is? Is a ranch because it's horses? And a farm's a farm because it's not horses? The difference between a ranch and a...
difference?
So I could have a Grick farm, but I couldn't have a Grick ranch? Unless I was writing the Gricks.
A farm is a land where a farmer grows crops and livestock for dairy products. A ranch, on the other hand, is a land where livestock such as sheep, cattle, goats, and pigs are raised.
Oh.
A rancher works to maintain the grazing grass, is essential for the livestock animals. So it's a primary function thing, not necessarily
so
like
so raising the Gricks for meat would be a ranch.
Yeah.
Welcome to Grick Ranch.
Welcome to Grick Ranch. Don't go in the back without supervision. A Grick Ranch would be like next to like, what if like Stone Giants had a Grick Ranch?
I can see that. I mean, they dwell in the same layer, and I think a Stone Giant can handle Gricks pretty well.
Right, like.
And I don't think they mind the tougher meat either because they're fucking Stone Giants. They like
anything,
it when
right?
stuff's tough.
Eat rocks like Gorons.
They don't need no rice pilaf.
They don't need rice pilaf. What is a rice? That shit don't grow down here.
It's true. It really
I
doesn't.
just eat Gricks.
They pickled Grick.
Pickled Grick. Oh, I bet they eat it with mushrooms.
Yeah, absolutely.
What did we just read about mushrooms? Sauteed mushrooms?
Fungus on the baby intellect devourers, the Oostalagors.
That's right. That was last episode.
They were spicing it up with some fungi.
Man, I wonder if there's anything in the Heroes Feast cookbook about baby Grick, like adolescent Gricks.
I think so the Heroes Cookbook, is that like the book that like simulates adventure?
Yeah,
like,
it's real. Like they convert the recipe to
right.
But there's lore in that book about like certain things.
Okay,
like,
so I think
normally this would be made with this mystical creature. You
right.
can use
Okay.
chicken.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
So I think if you were trying to replace Grick meat with real world meat, the closest thing I can think of is something that I don't even know where the hell you would get it living in California, and that's lamprey.
Okay.
Which is like a type of eel.
Right.
Yeah, and like it with the proboscis and all that, they're really gross looking.
Yeah, reference Mind Witness episode.
Indeed, but in Game of Thrones, in the books, I don't really remember in the show them talking about it, but like lamprey pie, and there's all kinds of lamprey meals that they eat in the world of Westeros. But yeah, I think that would eel. You would have to replace it with eel, I think.
Just straight up eel. I love eel. That's one of my favorite sushi rolls.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do love eel in my sushi. So Greek sushi.
Oh shoot!
I would eat Greek sushi. There's your rice pilaf.
Can you imagine Stone Giants being like sushi chefs?
Yes, absolutely.
That's a great one.
Dicing up them Gricks.
It's dark down here. We're cutting fish.
In case you
Except
didn't,
it's not fish. It's Gricks.
In case you hadn't figured it out, I don't have anything else on Gricks, and me and Brian are padding the episode.
It's a Kuatoa roll.
Brian, do you have the stat block for us?
Yeah. Sorry, this one's kind of short.
Yeah, sorry guys. I meant to add another animal to this, but guess what? I'm having a baby like tonight or tomorrow, so I'm out of time. It's a short episode, sorry.
Maybe I'll pad the back with a skit.
That'd be cool.
I had a skit in mind, and special guest Jake is going to help out with some stuff, so maybe there will be a skit at the end. Stay tuned. We got Grick, medium monstrosity. It's neutral. Armor class is 14.
It's neutral. It never takes sides.
It's got natural armor. Yeah, it don't care. It's just trying to eat. Eat on a ranch.
I'm surprised it's just not unaligned.
Yeah.
Because it's really just an animal.
I can't wait to see what its intelligence is. HP is 27 or 68. It's got a movement speed of 30, a climbing speed of 30. That makes sense. That's so fast.
It is.
You climb so fucking fast.
Yeah.
Just doesn't care.
It gets up a wall 30 feet in 6 seconds. Yeah,
These are tremors that just don't dig. Fucking tremors. Do you think there's a Tremors movie where it's like they stop digging, they're just above the ground now?
No, because that would take a lot of like
Well, they did do that. They fly though.
They did.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they start flying.
Which one?
That's the ass blaster in 3. They call it the ass blaster.
I never saw 3. I saw 1, and I think I've seen 2.
Yeah, 1 is so good.
1 is great.
Everybody's been talking about Tremors in the comments.
Yeah, because it's a great movie. Maybe I'll add that to the labor list. My fiance's asked me to make a list of movies for the labor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm adding Tremors to the list.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. We got the abilities. 14 strength, 14 dex, 11 con, 3 intelligence. So yeah, that makes sense. So what is it? The little mind dog.
Intellect Devourer.
An intellect devourer can.
Is it safe from it or no?
No, it can find this thing.
Oh man, poor Gricks. They don't stand a chance against that thing.
Against anything really. It doesn't look like.
The challenge rating too, they're not bad.
They're actually not bad. 14,
I mean,
27
you've
HP.
seen personally Gricks kill a man, so don't tell me they're not that bad.
I should have been over there with them, but I used the mobile feat to go fight a wizard.
You did. You dove right in, and
went past like 6 guys.
Poor Icarus just got devoured and dragged away by Gricks.
Okay, anyway, intelligence 3, wisdom 14, and charisma 5. They're pretty good, except like their social skills and their thinking brains.
I mean, I don't think you could blame them for having poor social skills.
They're almost people. They're so
Not
close.
really. No.
They resist bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical / stone giant.
See, there it is. They do have tough skin.
They do. They got tough skin. They have dark vision of 60 feet, passive perception of 12. They don't speak any languages.
Even if they did, I don't know if their mouth could handle language.
Yeah.
They got a toucan beak underneath some tentacles.
Their challenge rating 2, proficiency bonus is 2. They get stone camouflage. The Grick has advantage on dexterity or stealth checks made to hide in rocky terrain. The Underdark is pretty much all rocky terrain.
That's kind
unless
of its deal.
Wet.
Yeah, unless it's artificial terrain.
Multi-attack for the actions. The Grick makes one attack with its tentacles. If that attack hits, the Grick can make one beak attack against the same target. So tentacle is a melee weapon attack with +4 to hit, a reach of 5 feet on one target. It's going to do 9 or 2d6 plus 2 slashing damage. The beak is a melee weapon attack that is +4 to hit, reach of 5 feet, one target. It's going to do 5 or 1d6 plus 2 piercing damage.
Okay.
Straightforward.
Yeah, it's straightforward. There's an Alpha Grick. I guess you could read if you want to. It's just going to be everything the same but bigger.
A buff version of these stats.
So I don't know if you have any thoughts on this guy. I have one, and that's I like these guys. I think they're cool. I just think they're interesting and weird and scary, but also silly looking. And they were responsible for one of my first actual like player deaths.
Oh yeah,
and they'll always have a special place in my heart for that. And
I use them to kill a fantasy bird.
It's just like, and the thing was like, it wasn't like I didn't send you guys into something that was overpowered.
No.
I didn't like roll particularly well or bad. It was just like some poor decisions were made, and then there was some bad luck on some saves, and like a death just happened, and like we were all surprised by it, but also like it really went well with the story.
Yeah, a man died, a new man was born.
Showed up later, yeah.
Who was just an absolute fucking train of a character.
Yeah, that should have been our first sign that paladins are OP as fuck.
Is that guy came in and started like...
shit, sorry, my bad.
Jake's next character was virtually unkillable.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, if you don't want to die, play a paladin.
True that. Anything else?
I was gonna piggyback off of like how you're saying you like these things. I like the ecosystem feel of it. You know, like this is just a part of the food chain. Yeah, one of those things. Like
there's been a few of these monsters now where they seem like a monster, but it's like, oh no, they're just like another member of the food chain.
Yeah. So I imagine like the Underdark has animals in it that aren't listed in the monster stats and stuff like that. You know, probably like
I'm sure it does.
Bats or like.
Yeah,
there are salamanders and lizards and stuff that like just see in the dark. And stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm sure there are.
There's probably like cave
fish,
crabs.
There's fish.
Yeah,
cave crabs. That sounds horrifying.
It's a thing. They don't need to see either.
In real life, that's the thing. There's crabs that live deep in the caves.
In the caves underground. Yeah,
it's scary as fuck.
All these animals in the system I'm thinking of are like albino white or clear. You know.
Yeah, and I'm thinking of things I've seen, and I know what you mean.
Crabs. I think they eat bat guano that like comes down the little river stream.
Oh my gosh,
like they do stuff like that.
Disgusting ecosystem.
Perverts.
How nice.
Yeah, like so your Underdark could be filled with like really interesting stuff like that scales up to things like the Grick or scales up to stuff like the Flump. Like the Flump is kind of like a food chain item, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's pretty well established. The Underdark in D&D is a very populated place.
It's rich, it's diverse.
Yeah. It's not like caves underneath the earth, which are like barren and rock, and that's all they are. But like, no, there's ecosystems, fungus monsters, entire societies, and they all hate each other.
It's its own alien world, and it's dark, and it's under.
Yep, indeed.
Yeah, so that's what you need to know. I like Underdark episodes, like how we flesh out more of it every time we talk about it. Like, oh damn, I need a place for this, or like actually like running the Underdark for a campaign. Like you have to think about what the layout of this place is actually gonna be. Like, oh, there's a fucking giant lake over here. Like there's a tunnel system here. There's like it goes down, elevation down, like you think you should not be going this far deep. Like, oh fuck, what am I doing?
Right.
Like you can see a mountain peak when you're hiking. You have to go up it, but in the Underdark, you have no fucking clue.
No, you have no what's it called?
Spatial or regional. Well, a ranger who specializes in Underdark could, like you were talking about, like Underdark travelers, people that use the Underdark. I'm sure there's like a roped section, like we can go this way and it's not that treacherous. It's like walking through the woods.
What I'm trying to say is you don't really have a context for direction or distance in the Underdark.
Yeah, unless you're a specialized like ranger class, and then you do, and that's a good advantage to have. So if like with your players up ahead of time, like we're going to have an Underdark campaign, so just guys know that and role play how you will. So one person wants to be like, okay, well I'll be the ranger,
right? And
like we can actually navigate this place, or that there's a DMPC doing something like that. Because if you're just a bunch of like know nothings, the Underdark is a tough place.
Indeed, it is. You ready to build a beholder?
I'm ready to build the beholder.
Is this our first new beholder?
No, I think we started it last time.
Did we start it last time?
Yeah.
God, I can't keep track of this. We need to pull up the list.
We will pull up the list.
See you guys on the other side.
Hey everybody, welcome to the long rest where we're building our beholder. But before we do that, I need to get cozy. Where's my slippies? Here they are. Wonderful. Okay, I'm ready.
All right.
Now we can talk about.
Okay, so we're struggling with this one, mostly in the beam direction. We have
a lot
the
of
feature.
ideas.
You want to go over the feature first?
The feature is going to be a big rancher style cowboy hat.
No, what? No, it's not. I thought it was going to be the stone skin thing.
You're right. It's stone camouflage.
I love the rancher hat, but like,
let's give it the hat.
Well, but then we haven't done anything actually Grick related. Grick Ranch, like maybe this guy can be.
Listen, we make the rules here.
Fine, he has a stupid rancher hat.
It's not stupid. You said you like it.
I mean, I do like it. I just don't think it actually fits, but that's fine. I mean, it does fit because we put it on his head.
Yeah, it'll fit. It has to. Hobbleman will make it fit.
Hobbleman now has to do I guess the eye stalks come. He can make strategic holes for the eye stalks to go through in the hat. Okay.
Yes,
got you.
Absolutely.
But what about our beam?
It's a big hat.
What about our? You know what? He ranches Gricks, and where does he get his Gricks from? From his fucking interdimensional Grick beam.
Yep. It has to be that.
Yeah.
I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's got to be it. He's got a Grick beam. A beam that fires Gricks.
It fires Gricks.
Yeah, once a turn, he can basically, it's like summoning a Grick to help him fight.
Yeah. And
he's a great Grick rancher, so he's got them under control.
So is it like, beam of energy hits like a point on the map and then a Grick appears there? Or is it like a beam of energy opens up a port, like fires and opens up a little portal and a Grick like falls out of it and it's like, oh shit, where am I? Or like the thing like opens up and fires a Grick out of it.
New idea.
Okay.
Beam is a rancher's whistle that summons any Grick within a mile radius that can hear it. The Gricks come calling because he's a Grick rancher.
He blows into the eye on the tentacle, and it's got a whistle on the back of it that just like comes out the back.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
The art should have one tentacle to the mouth.
I feel like
and Gricks falling from the ceiling.
No, they don't fall from the ceiling. Well, maybe if they are on the ceiling, they come. But like, we have precedent for this. Hold on, I got to go over Cruel Eyes. I know Cruel Eyes had a beam that was the roar beam, where it just was a roar.
Yeah.
And there was another one.
Roar.
Yeah, there was another one. Hold on. The brain juice beam was a squirt. Like, so we've done this before. Like, where instead of an eyeball at the end of the tentacle, it's another thing that does a thing.
Yeah.
So this is like a little Grick mouth that makes a Grick call. And then that call calls Gricks that are under the rancher's control.
That call calls Gricks.
Yep.
Grick call.
We did it.
Fuck yes.
Success.
I'm loving the rancher hat.
I know.
It's the diversification we need.
Sure.
And the diversification we deserve.
Sure, absolutely. You were really married to the hat. I had to let you have it.
Well, you said you liked it. So
I do like it.
Just imagine the end. We've got a dolphin boy, somebody that looks like they're wearing a coat, but they're not, and someone with an actual hat. It's fucking rules.
All right.
It's perfect. This is going to set a tone for the stuff we do later. Like, remember, he's a rancher.
Yeah, he's a rancher.
He eats Grick veal.
Yeah, absolutely. He raises them and they listen. He's the Grick whisperer.
The Grick whisperer. A pack of Gricks follows this beholder down the halls of its lair.
Okay, I think we can call it a game.
Let's call it a game.
We'll talk to you guys
Find
later.
us on Instagram and Twitter. Or Discord or whatever. Bye.
The Dungeoncast. Silence! We no longer have time to wait for the founder. We will have to convene without the founders. We declare this meeting officially in order. Declare this congregation in session. First order of business. Shout out to
Demogorgon.
Quite good. Indeed. Second order of business. Will the speaker for Team Amayo please step forward?
Hi, it's me, Todd.
Ah, yes. The infamous Todd. How goes spreading the word of the Dungeoncast?
Well, I would say it's going swimmingly.
Ooh, a little bit of a thinker there. And will Team Hethrodai's chosen step forth to profess their dedication to the cause?
My name is Kenneth, and I'm here to say that I shout out Demogorgon in a major way.
Shout out to Demogorgon.
Yes, very good, Kenneth. Much better than those slackers on that side of the room. Why do you always have to do this? We are here to check our progress as a group. Well, think of it as a little revenge for a previous meeting. No one could even get a word in edgewise during the Demogorgon Revisited listening party because your team had to shout out Demogorgon for the entire episode instead of the appropriate parts. Look, we were just excited, okay? You don't have to be a jerk about it. Besides, no one could hear it over your stuffy mouth breathing anyway. Oh, mouth breathing?
Hey, everyone. Shout out to Demogorgon.
Shout out to Demogorgon.
Good to see all of you. Sorry I'm late. I had to pick up a friend. Grimly, Gromley, you two okay?
We're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
That's what I thought. Anyway, today I've brought along a very special guest. It's your special guest, Jake.
Hey, everybody.
So is the meeting going well? You know what? I'm sure it's going fine. Hey, Jake, come with me to the back over here. There's something I want to show you in the studio aquarium.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Wait, where's Will? Yes, where's Will?
Oh, you guys don't remember? We held the last meeting like a week early so he could take some time with his newborn baby.
Oh, yeah. Oh, totally forgot. That's our bad.
Yeah, that's totally our bad.
It's good to see you, your special guestness.
Always an honor, your special guestness.
Will you be filling in for young William in his absence?
Yes, will you be participating as a host on the upcoming recordings?
Sure will.
There you have it. All right, guys, go ahead and with the meeting. We'll see you when we are done with next episode. Yeah, sorry about those guys. Anyway, this is it, our pride and joy. We had to do a lot of weird stuff to get it onto this plane, but now that it's here, it's really been helping out with bringing in new listeners.
Oh shit, it's got a shark face.
Yeah, Will says it really helps him focus while he's writing for Super Quest Saga.
Oh, cool. That makes sense now that I'm here with it. What'd you say it was called again?
It's an ixitachital. Ixitachital. Don't worry. Let me get all the recording equipment set up, and I'll tell you all about their species and refresh your memory on things regarding our patron demon prince Demogorgon.
Wow, through the closed door and everything. Nice.